Welcome back. All or Nothing Podcast,
What it do?
episode 7.
Episode 7. Shit, we rolling now.
Lucky number 7.
Rolling now like a... Shit, I don't even know what. I was going to say like a snowman, but... Yeah, but episode 7.
Yeah. Plenty good things in store for this episode.
Yep.
Just like any other. Every week we're brainstorming more, thinking of different creative ways to enhance and upgrade the show.
Right. So we always say comments, and we're always appreciated. Insight,
Facts.
if you got some stuff you want to see, make sure you let us know.
We even appreciate hate.
Exactly. Comment away.
Hate on me.
Another week. A lot of stuff went down. Unfortunately, we also have some, bad news.
Yeah.
Always, right, with Lisa Marie Presley. I saw Elvis's daughter went into cardiac arrest the other day and unfortunately passed away.
R.I.P. to Lisa Marie Presley.
R.I.P. to Lisa Marie Presley,
How
who
old was
actually,
she?
54?
54.
I should have looked that up quick.
Nice.
But I didn't know that she was Nicolas Cage's ex-wife.
Nicolas Cage's ex-wife. What else?
She actually, obviously her dad was, the king of rock and roll.
Yeah.
And was Elvis is one of the most popular figures in American culture, but she was also a charting artist.
Herself.
I saw her debut album reach number 5 on the 200 Billboard.
Nice.
So she definitely had some talent herself as well. Dies at 54. So rest in peace, Lisa Marie Presley.
R.I.P. R.I.P. to her pops as well.
Yeah, it's gotta be tough for her mom.
No, that's facts. Was she a mom?
I don't know if she has kids either, but I know that her.
If she does have kids, shout out to them. Obviously, our condolences. And,
Right. I swear.
Last time we, on our last episode, we were talking about playoff clinches, and I'm sure everybody already knows. But I just want to let you know that if you don't know, Green Bay Packers did not perform. They dropped the mic. It was like Eminem on 8 Mile when he choked. The whole fucking crowd was yelling at 3-1-3 and all of this shit. And Green Bay choked. They didn't,
Yo, it was actually unbelievably awful. I mean, bro, some of the penalties and some of the shit they were doing was insane. Did you see one of our players pushed?
Yeah, the trainer, right?
A medical staff guy was
yeah.
working. Especially.
You know what? He was the same guy, number 7, who was. Did you see the video of him walking back to the locker room, right? Because he got ejected for that.
Yeah,
no?
they threw him out.
Yeah, so he's walking back to the locker room like a fucking cheerleader who just.
Yeah, it looks like a fuking dork. Like a kid who's in trouble. You know what I mean?
Wimpy fucking kid. He's walking away, throwing a temper tantrum.
Bro, it's just so many things that were just horrible. So he got kicked out. Packers lost.
It's so funny. I like the part that 8 Mile where he's like 1 Pac, 2 Pac, 3 Pac, 3 Pac, 2 Pac, no Pac, 9. I wish I could send that shit to Aaron Rodgers myself.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he's fed up with the Packers too. He's probably like,
man, look, he about to go join Devontae Adams out in
He's gonna pull a Tom Brady. He's gonna go somewhere that's got like a super solid roster that in a couple years he could potentially win something.
He's already been playing for almost 20 years, 20 seasons,
and that's why his career, he's kind of getting up there. Tom Brady went to the Bucks, and the first year he was there won a Super Bowl. Now that's just some Tom Brady shit, but Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So you go somewhere that's solid, it's hard not to win.
No, that's fact.
The Packers, we never go after anybody ever. It's just like, let's take these young guys and mold them into who we want. Man, you got Aaron Rodgers. You better go after some big-time names, try to get them some hands. But
one of the big things this week that I was seeing a lot on Instagram was Big Scar, artist, 1017 artist, Gucci Man, new signee, who he really only had been popping for like a year now.
Yeah, not too long. Pretty new artist.
Did you listen to some of his hits and
shit?
shit?
I heard some of his songs.
Yeah, I heard a couple of his collabs and stuff like that. And super hot trap rapper, fit perfectly on a 1017 roster. But not only did he fit perfectly rap-wise, but he fit perfectly as far as being one of the artists, because there's been a lot from 1017 who have been passing away or either going to jail. As you know, Pooh Shiesty, he is in jail. He's currently doing a 5-year bid.
Yep.
Fugiano is in jail.
Yep.
R.I.P. to Big Scar, he died. But like I said, with that being said,
Yeah, he passed away.
with him, his funeral and everything, his family, his sister got on Instagram. She had a lot to say about Gucci Man basically not holding up his end of the deal after saying that he would pay for the funeral. Not only did his sister get online, but a close friend of his, or his brother,
Yeah.
he got online. He was saying, they said they were going to pay for the funeral. They didn't pay. They were saying that Gucci Man asked for the 1017 chains back. And, they were just saying shit like get it back in blood and blah, blah, blah. They were showing a video, basically, Lil Scar, or Scar's little brother. He shot a video at the funeral where there were like other celebrities there. And, people just had a lot of opinions on it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that scenario of the video shooting at the funeral?
Man, I just think that everything is so social media driven. Some shit should just be handled off the net.
No, that's definitely facts. I mean, that right there lets you know, though, what type of people you're dealing with.
Yeah.
It's all for all for show. It's all for the book, blah, 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 this and that. Like, the Keisha K. or whatever her name is, she posted some receipts from the funeral home. It was two $10,000 receipts. She said that they sent flowers. There was a picture of flowers in the shape of 1017, and she was saying how they didn't even get a thank you. And Big Scar's dad actually got on later, and he said thanks to Gucci, thanks to Atlantic for sending the $10,000 a piece, blah, blah, blah. He had covered the rest of the funeral, and he was just honestly grateful, saying that he was grateful that they even considered his son, for even giving him a chance.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
For sure, which is how it should be. I don't think hopping online and, talking shit about Gucci or whatever.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's a great gesture, but Gucci is not responsible to pay for his funeral.
Oh, God.
But, just right, even thinking about him, reaching out, flowers and money, you got to be appreciative. And also when your son was alive, right? Put him in a great position to get money and help his family out.
I'm sure it's just like basketball when they say that there's X amount of millions of people playing, so you're just a very small,
absolutely,
one whatever percentage,
Absolutely, the chances of anybody signing a record deal with Gucci Man 1017 is a needle in a haystack.
Very facts.
Rest in peace, Big Scar.
Do you watch anime at all?
No, I really never got into anime.
No Dragon Ball Z?
No, I was never a Dragon Ball Z guy.
True. I'm definitely a Dragon Ball Z fan. I watched a large chunk of Naruto, but I haven't finished it. But I've been on this new shit lately called Chainsaw Man.
What do you think about it?
Super dope.
You like it?
Yeah. With anime, just like any series, it could be on Netflix as well. I'm more of a movie guy, so
me too. I'm a movie buff.
When I see series, and then I see that it's like 8 seasons or something already out, it's hard for me to get into it because I don't know how much time I'm actually willing to dedicate to this series. I don't know how good it is yet.
Right. It's just kind of off-putting because there's so much.
Yeah. So, and it's like that with anime too, because like Naruto or even Dragon Ball Z, they have so many episodes. Like it's usually, I think Naruto is like 500 plus episodes. So you got to be willing to dedicate a lot of time.
Yeah.
As well as a series on Netflix, with a bunch of seasons or whatever. So, but yeah, Chainsaw Man.
What's like the plot of it, or the storyline of the Chainsaw Man?
Okay. So it's a guy and he's like a demon hunter or whatever.
Yeah.
But they can also do certain things with demons and devils is what it is. Demons are not necessarily bad. They can be bad, but you can also make what they call a contract. So like, let's just say this demon, like his demon, he asked for like a pet. It's like a little dog, but the dog has like a chainsaw coming out of his head. So he could be using the dog to cut shit up like an actual chainsaw, right?
Gotcha.
And, but some people, they have contracts with these demons where the demon will have some sort of superpower, and then they would be able to use the power
right
with the contract, and it usually is like for something. It's never nothing for nothing. So they are allowed to, like one of the guys on there, he has a sword that I'm assuming can cut through anything, but anytime that he uses the sword, it like shortens his lifespan,
Mm-hmm.
So, But yeah, Chainsaw Man, him and his dog, they fused, and now he has like a fucking chainsaw coming out of his head, which is pretty dope, and out of his arms and shit. And yeah, he goes around hunting devils and obviously using the chainsaws to his best
Cool.
ability. And yeah, it's just pretty fucking dope.
That is dope. I'm gonna check it out. Is it on Netflix?
It is on Chainsaw Man is on Hulu.
Hulu. Okay.
Yeah. Just keeping everybody up to date with the YSL trial. I'm sure everybody's tired of hearing about it, but jury selection started, and I think that they said that they had like 200 possible juror candidates, and this shit has been a fiasco, honestly. Ever since jury selection started, there was one of the jurors was found in the Dominican Republic when she was supposed to be reporting to the courthouse.
Right.
Did you hear about that?
I did hear about that.
And then
Right. So the judge basically gave her, instead of, well, there was three options, right? There's
Yeah.
a fine, about $1,000, I think.
Correct.
About 20 days in jail.
Contempt, yeah.
Hold her contempt. Or the third option, which he went with, was he made her write a 30-page essay on the importance of jury duty. So,
How you feel about that?
I mean, you know what? Sometimes I'll be like, man, give me the fine. I'll pay $1,000 to
Real
spend
shit.
30
Real
page
shit.
essay would take me
Bro,
weeks or a
not
couple
only
weeks.
that, not only a 30-page essay, but he was like, yo, have you been to college? She's like, yeah. He's like, all right, cool. I want a 30-page essay, ADA style, with 10 sources for this and 10 sources for. I'm like, yo,
I know.
give me the 20 days in jail.
Bro,
I'm not
real
doing
shit.
that
Right,
shit.
and it's one of those things too, like, you better try hard, because if he reads it and he don't like it,
Right.
he'll probably throw you in jail anyway.
Yeah, he was saying something about like running it through some
Plagiarism.
Yeah, shit like, bro, what? Give me the 20 days in jail, or fuck that. We're adults. People have kids. I don't have time to spend 20 days in jail. Give me the $1,000 fine. I'm gonna put it on a payment plan like anybody else in the whole fucking country and pay that shit off.
The question.
Okay, so one of the questions was, when you think about the generation under you, do you feel like our future is in good hands?
That's a good question. I think that it's just very different. I think that we're in such a transitional period that I think stuff is just gonna start going in a different direction. Now, whether or not it's gonna fail, we don't know. We're at definitely a crossroads with just society in general,
Yeah.
with roles and gender and all sorts of stuff. And I think this next generation is just very different. So some of the stuff I see is like, oh shit, is scary for sure.
Yeah.
But then I also see a lot of other stuff like, being innovative and, finding careers in creative lanes that were just not a thing when we were coming up.
Very true. Very
So I
true.
think like, there's a lot of positive, a lot of negative, but definitely, I think any time of change can be scary for anybody.
That's very true.
So
I mean, time, everything, like, change is inevitable. It's
Absolutely.
always happening, and it's always
Yep.
gonna happen. I always wonder too, like, time now is not like how it was 60 years ago. So I always think of what it would be like 60 years from now.
yeah, think about that too.
Yeah.
How far technology is gonna go.
Man, I don't know. Maybe it was. I need a girl video with P Diddy and who was it, like Loon and somebody else. But in the beginning of the video, one of the, like, P Diddy calls Loon and he's like laying in the bed and he has like a house phone, but the house phone has like a screen on it and you could see each other on some FaceTime shit. And I remember watching that video and be like, yo, like, imagine if you could see the person who you were talking to on your phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And look at where we're at. So it's like in 60 years, that fucking Neuralink shit could be real. Like, we could be really walking around with a fucking chip in our head or up our ass.
Flying
Who fucking
cars.
knows? No bad.
I mean, I think within the next 10 years, all cars that you'll see on the road, all new vehicles are all electric.
Facts.
That's already in
California.
That's already in contract.
California has, they said they were planning on banning all, like,
Yeah,
you
any
know?
combustion engine.
Yeah, combustion
Right,
engines
anything with
by, like,
gas.
2024.
Yeah, so I mean, coming up, everything's going to be electric soon.
Yes.
That shift is going to be very soon, and then once everything goes fully electric, I think it's only a matter of time until we start getting off the ground
No, that's facts. That's facts.
on some Jetsons.
Another one of the questions was, What's something in your life that you had to learn the hard way?
That's another good question. Something in my life that I had to learn the hard way.
Well, you obviously had to learn about plagiarism the hard way.
For real. Yeah, and probably just, not trusting everybody, or you gotta learn to pick and choose who you put your trust into. There's very few people in this world that you can trust. That's just a fact.
Very facts.
So
very facts.
I think trusting too many people, as a youngin, whatever and then you just as the older you get, the more you learn that you gotta just confide within yourself. It kind of sounds pretty. That sounds pretty like negative, but
No, I think
I
people
think that's
get
just
it.
the truth.
I mean, like I said, with the way times are changing, it's not all necessarily for the good.
No.
There's more scammers out now than ever before.
Yeah, you just gotta. It's hard to. That's something that you have to learn the hard way. What about you? Anything in particular?
I was sitting here kind of going into a daze trying to think about it, and I feel like I had something, but I was then trying to thought about something else, and I like lost the first thing. But something that I had to learn the hard way was learning how to spot trouble. I mean, being from Chicago, I already kind of knew how to be able to be aware of my surroundings and stuff like that.
Right.
Reading energy. But I meant like just me, myself, in the situations that I were putting myself in, as far as getting in trouble with the police and stuff like that. As a, I was doing this as a teen, so like I started going, started taking trips to the county jail when I was like 18 or 19. So
Right.
being on papers and getting in trouble still and blah blah blah. But like I said, yeah, just being able to spot the shit that was causing the most trouble in my life, causing me to have multiple run-ins with the police and
Yeah.
eliminating it.
Yeah, being able to correct those mistakes.
Yeah, and just being able to see the change for the good.
Yeah.
And kind of keep investing in the change. Yeah, so another one of the personal topics that we wanted to kind of expand on and explore in was basically just a general conversation of a double standard between men and women. A good example is Moneybagg Yo, famous rapper, and his girlfriend Ari Fletcher, who is G Herbo's ex and mother of his son. There's multiple videos of her out in the club. She has a lot of guys who are gay friends. There's videos of her twerking. I mean, anybody who sees her knows that she got a lot going on back there. I'm a big fan of her. But yeah, there's video of her twerking in the club. These gay friends of hers, they're like grabbing all on their butt and blah, blah, blah. But then there's another video of a fan giving Moneybagg Yo a hug, and you see Ari visibly, stressed about it in the background. So they just was saying like it's a double standard. Fabio Foreign, he was just dancing with Asian doll not too long. That his girl got on there and was kind of going crazy, but
yeah,
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I think there's definitely a double standard when it comes to certain things, but I think that also there's things that are more acceptable for certain genders and roles, and I think that people's opinions on that, obviously everyone's got their different opinions, but
for sure,
I'm a firm believer in, people playing certain roles to their best ability, and sometimes when it comes to stuff like that, I feel like it is a little bit different.
This is a conspiracy theory. Don't even get me started on this shit. Do I think that there's a double standard? Yeah. But I'm with you on everybody has a role to play. I mean, I always think of that famous Facebook thing where it's like, if a key opens a bunch of locks, it's a master key. But if the lock gets opened by a bunch of keys, then it's a faulty lock. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm sure people will see this and be like, oh man, that is so stupid. You can't blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you got to think about it. A man, a woman, even in the Bible, the woman was a soft, delicate. She's like a flower. I see the women as soft. And it's just hard for me to believe when you're out here getting...
Yeah. Look, I think that's... I think that equality in certain aspects is, I'm 100%, 100% in agreement. Women, you should be allowed to vote. Absolutely, right? Women should get paid as much. If you're a lawyer and I'm a lawyer, you should get paid as much as me, right? You shouldn't get paid less just because of your gender. But when it comes to sexuality, you can agree with me or not, it is not the same thing. There has been no history of a promiscuous woman in the past that has been looked highly upon. It's just not a thing. Men and women aren't the same, so I just find it hard to compare when it comes to the sexuality thing. Like you said, the lock and the key might be outdated, but the facts are, if I as a man sleep with 10 women and they all get pregnant, every single one of those women know who the dad is. If a promiscuous woman sleeps with 10 dudes and she gets pregnant, you do not know who the father is. Now, modern science could tell you, sure, now you get a paternity test and blah, blah, blah. Okay. For the past however many thousands of years, that is how you just don't know. So a woman who holds her body a little more sacred and is not a promiscuous woman is just valued higher.
I mean, obviously, women, you could do what you want. It's your body, your choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I definitely am with the I definitely think when it comes to like abortions and stuff like that, women should have free range. Like it's them. This is their decision.
Yep, absolutely.
Keep that separated from church and state and all of that.
It's dope. A lot of good perspectives. If you guys have your own perspectives on the sexuality topic,
oh man,
feel free, drop some comments.
I feel like this is one of those topics that should definitely get you talking. Anybody who's watching this podcast right now, especially women, I know for a fact that you have some sort of input to put on that. And, hey, shit, we want to hear it. We want to consider your thoughts. We want to argue whatever we come up with to combat that. Not that we're trying to combat with you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But we want to hear your side. We're gonna give our side too. Shit.
Another episode of All or Nothing podcast.
Episode 7, man. Don't forget it. Lucky number 7. I got a feeling about this one.
Yes, sir. Hey, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. We really want to hear from you. You get some feedback. Let us know what you want to see.
Facts. Go add that All or Nothing Instagram page.
Yeah, be on the lookout for a TikTok page coming and some other social media platforms.
Very factual.
Yeah, we'll get everything up and running. But as of now, make sure you follow us on YouTube, subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notified every time that we upload a video.
Facts, shorts and all.
Shorts, and on Instagram right now, we're live.
Facts. Shit, episode 7, we signing out.
Until next time. Peace.
For now.